I'm Jill.
And tell us your inspiring story.
Um,
Have you ever had to find courage or overcome something in your life?
about almost 27 years ago, which seems forever ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was pregnant with my first child, and I was about 4.5 months pregnant, and just doing a routine checkup, they noticed that something was wrong with my cervix. So, sent me to a specialist. I lived in this little Hodunk town in southwestern Iowa, and so they sent me to a specialist, and I had to drive 2 hours to my specialist, who then told me that I had cervical cancer and I needed to terminate the pregnancy in order to save myself, which was out of the question for me. This being 23 years old scared the crap out of me. So anyway, the doctor and I talked about it for a little bit, and I point blank said that termination was not an option for me, and that I would just take my chances with the baby and the pregnancy and everything else, and we'd carry it as long as God said we could, and then we'd handle it from there. And so then he said to me, well, then you'll have to come back every month. We'll have to do it every month. We'll see you every month. The closer you get to the end, the more frequent I'll have to see you. Okay, sounds like a plan. So then I go out to make my next appointment, and this very mean, rude lady said that I needed to pay $600 that day. And I started to cry because I didn't have $600. I didn't have $6 in my checking account. So I went to hand her a credit card, and then I was standing there praying that my credit card would go through, because we really did not have any money at all. We were very poor. And she looked at me very mean, very stern, and she was like, we don't do credit cards. And then I said, well, then I can't pay you because I don't have $600. And she said, well, if you can't pay us, I can't make your next appointment. And so then I started to cry even harder, and I was looking around the office because I was embarrassed. You know how you get embarrassed if you just don't have any money or people are staring at you? So I was kind of looking around the waiting room, and just about then the doctor came out, and he's asked me why I was crying, and I said, I don't have $600 to pay you. I won't have $600 to pay you tomorrow. I won't have $600 to pay you next month or any visit that I come, so I won't be back. And he looked at me, and then he looked at his scheduler nurse, and he said, you need to schedule her next appointment. And she said, she doesn't have the money. And he said, I'll worry about the money, you schedule her. So she flipped my card to me and told me when I could come the next time. And I looked at the doctor and I said, I promise I will pay you every penny, but it won't be the next visit. And he said, that's fine, we'll worry about that later. So, a few months later, I had my darling little daughter, and then went through all my cancer treatment, and everything was fine. And then 16 months later after that, I had more kids.
So what gave you the courage to pursue the pregnancy, and what inspires you?
You know what? I just really felt like it was in God's hands. It's not my decision to take anything away. You know, I mean, that's not who I am. That's not what I believe in. And I felt like if it was God's decision, he would have taken her before I got to that appointment. So terminating wasn't really in my hands.
Thank you, Jill. You're so inspiring. Thanks for sharing your story.